my name's Melissa and welcome to Teach, Read, Play. Welcome back to those of you who are regularly tuning in and already subscribed. For those of you who haven't tuned in so far, please remember to comment, like and subscribe and hit the notification button to turn notifications on so you can get regular updates on my next videos. So let's get into it. Today's video, I want to discuss different behaviour management strategies that you can adopt in your classroom to ensure that children maintain a positive learning attitude. So, how do we ensure that children maintain positive learning behaviours in the classroom? Now, firstly, when I first started teaching, I used to find this a real challenge. Now, particularly where you're working might also hinder some of your behaviour management strategies. So it's something to consider when adopting new strategies in your classroom. My first top tip for ensuring brilliant behaviour management of the classroom is to firstly get to know your children. It's absolutely crucial that you build fantastic relationships with the children in your class. Get to know something about each individual child and let them get to know you. Really show your true, authentic side to the children and let them love you with your great sense of humour. Don't feel afraid to let the children ask you questions and for you to ask them questions as well to help build and maintain a really good relationship. It's absolutely crucial that you do this in the first minutes with your children and the first time that you're with them in the class. Now, if you're a trainee teacher, it's really crucial that you start off by building those relationships with the children. Remember, the teacher has already built those relationships, so it's time for you to put in the groundwork. Make sure that you know something about each individual child. Once you know each child, it's really important to continue to maintain that relationship. So, adopting classroom management strategies. So, it's really crucial to start off your academic year and each term by reiterating classroom behaviour and routines. So a great way to do this is to talk to your children about classroom routines and rules. I love to come up with classroom rules with my children. I ask them to think about rules that would be really positive in a way that they would like their classroom to be. This really helps the children to get on board with their behaviour and also to think about what they would like it to be like in their classroom. Now, when creating your own classroom rules, it's really important to stick away from negative connotations to learning behaviour. So straight away when I ask my children to come up with strategies or rules for our class, they often say, don't call out, don't shout out, don't be mean. And I think that's a really negative way to look at behaviour strategies. So why not turn the thinking around? Make really positive rules with your children. So how about always try your best? Remember to ask if you need help. Ensure that you put your hand up when you want to ask a question. Make sure that you maintain eye contact with the person that you talk to. So these are some great ways to model some classroom rules and behaviour expectations with your children. Now, getting the children to create their own rules is a great strategy. It then makes the children feel part of the classroom routines. When they become part of the decision, they're more likely to make sure that they follow the rules. Now, I always like to draw up a contract with the children. So you might want to create your own class rules and get the children to sign the contract, and then this can go up as a classroom display to keep those expectations there all of the time. Now, these are great strategies to start moving into outstanding teaching, so consistently reinforcing the classroom rules and behaviour. Another way to adopt behaviour management strategies is to model the behaviour that you expect from the children. So always ensuring that you are talking to the children with respect, respecting every individual child in your classroom, and making sure that you're maintaining that relationship with them, giving them really good eye contact, smiling, being friendly, giving them nice gestures, and also thinking about different ways that you can ensure that they are responding to you. So making sure that you are modelling a classroom that's rooted in mutual respect with one another. This is a great way for the children to see the way that you are with them and for them to then adopt those strategies themselves. Another way to ensure good behaviour management in the classroom is by using non-verbal cues. So I love using non-verbal cues, but what are they? So, non-verbal cues are when you look at children or give them gestures without using any verbal context. So, I often give them the teacher stare, where I don't need to say anything, but this stare, is usually enough to get the children to start looking and maintaining concentration. But also what you want to do is reinforce positive learning behaviours. So with your non-verbal cues, it might be eyes on me, or it might be arms crossed, or little signals to show that we need to be looking and listening. Another way to ensure good classroom behaviour and management is by adopting a clear behaviour management strategy. Now, one of my favourites are a countdown from 5. So I say to my children, right, okay, we're going to count down from 5, 4, and then on 3, everyone needs to have their arms crossed, everyone's stopping. 2, eyes looking at me. 1, lips closed. This is a great way that the children know what is coming, and it's a great way to get their attention. You also might want to use a different strategy, like a clap and response. So you might want to clap their attention and get the children to clap that same rhythm back to you. Another way that you can do it is macaroni cheese, attention please. So these are great little call and responses that the children can have to adopt some of your strategies. You might also want to do 3, 2, 1 and freeze. And the children have to freeze and remain silent so that they get your attention. These are great, fun and exciting ways that you can maintain good positive learning behaviours in your classroom. And also it makes it fun and engaging for the children, and also if you do this consistently all of the time, you know that the children will always respond to it. Now, you may be thinking, what do I do if I have someone who's not responding to this behaviour? Now, I'm often asked, like, how do you engage a child that doesn't want to engage? So one of the ways that I think that it's really important to think about this is to actually get to know that child and why it is that they're not engaging. So if a child's not engaging, or they're not listening to the instructions, or they're being rude, really stop, freeze and try to unpick the behaviour. So you want to really slow down, you want to come down to their level, so you might want to crouch down or sit down on the carpet with them and give them really good eye contact and start trying to unpick why they're not behaving the same way that you would expect them to. And remember, all behaviour is communication, so what are they trying to tell you? So you might want to ask the child, I just asked for your attention, but you didn't give me your attention today. Why was that? And then see what they come back with. Now, remember, when you're asking a child this question, you need to give them time to think about it. You might also say things like, I can see you're not yourself today. Is there a reason why you wasn't looking this way when I asked for your attention? Now, these are great ways to get the child to become more reflective in their behaviour. Children might need you to name their response and name their feelings as well to help them understand why they're behaving in that way. It's always really important to show the child that you're there for them both emotionally and mentally, and that they can give you their problems and that we can find out why they're not behaving in the particular way that we want. So really explore their behaviour and see what it is telling you. Now, another way to really reinforce positive learner behaviours is through reinforcement of positive praise. Now, we all love a bit of praise, but it's really crucial to make sure that your children feel like they are being praised for what they are doing. Now, I'm really big on verbal praise. So you might just say, oh, well done, I can really see that you're trying your best today. Oh, fantastic, I can see the way that you are sat down with your legs crossed. That looks great, well done. Or, wow, I can see, Johnny, that you're sat down and you're sat down beautifully and you're doing some great partner work today. And the children really like to know that you are identifying the way that they are behaving for you. Now, this is a great way as well to ensure that all of your children model positive learning behaviours, because all of the children are there to please you. So they will see that if you are calling out someone for positive behaviour, then the other children are likely to be able to stop and adopt the same positive learning behaviour to get your attention too. So another thing that you might want to think about is the way that children move around during transitional times. So it's really important to keep those transitions really nice and tight. So I don't believe in having a completely silent classroom, but there are certain things that I believe in that children should move around the classroom in a sensible manner. So we need to teach them that, and we can't expect the children to know how to do it straight away. So anytime that you're moving around the classroom, you're moving from the carpet to the tables, or you're moving from the classroom to the playground, really modelling what you expect for them. So when we're walking through the school, we walk through the school quietly. We don't talk through the corridors, and then if you model this, you stand at the front of the line, you show them how to do it, and you teach them how to move around the classroom. You can also get the children to stand up off of the carpet, so you might get them to stand up on 1, 2, point to where they're going and start walking, 3, stand behind your chairs, 4, sitting down. So these are just nice, quick and easy strategies to get the children to understand ways to move around the classroom and to continue to transition in a sensible and effective way. So these are just some of the strategies that you can adopt to ensure good classroom behaviour and management. Let me know your thoughts about this video. If you want to see more about this, or you want to know something a bit more in detail, drop me a comment below and I'll know to get another video out to you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.